roads are spectacularly pretty. It's only been the last couple of days that the leaves have started to accumulate on the side of the road, on the ground around the base of the trees. Along these roads there's cattle guards. You know, the theory is to keep the cattle from going from area to area, but they sure seem to find a way around them easy enough. Alright, we're just now passing Bonham Reservoir. These high lakes are used to capture and control flow of water from the top of the mesa down into the lower areas for use in agricultural irrigation. So there's a flow gate pretty much on every one of these lakes, these reservoirs, because they're from lake to lake. We can see that water levels in one are different than water levels in the other, even if they're nearby. So anyway, we're passing Bonham and we're getting up into the Cottonwood Lakes. There's at least 5 of them. I'm not sure, there may be more, but like Cottonwood Lake number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the lake that's our target, Silver Lake, is alright, we're just about to crest 9,900 feet, and Silver Lake is not too far up in here. To our left there's a 2-track that we're going to take off of this roadway that gets us down onto Silver Lake, and we're hopeful that there will be a space in there that we can disperse camp so that we're camped nearby the lake we want to fish, and we can day trip out of there to Cottonwood Lake. We've gotten off 257, Forest Road 257. We're on Forest Road 256, and this is the road that goes down towards Silver Lake. And we're hopeful that we can get a place to disperse camp down here. Don't know for sure, but we're hopeful. Continues around over to 40 Acre Lake. This could end up being a place that we disperse camp right behind me here. Looks kind of got squared up for our campsite for tonight, maybe 2. Have a nice fire ring here, and once again we have a mighty spectacular lake to fish, a spectacular view. We're going to get at the fish in here pretty quick. Silver Lake. Yeah. The gate is here on the right. You can see those bright orange sticks over there.
Look, that buck is going to walk by. Why do they have to go behind us? Just like that fox. Why can't they come right here in front of us?
Just up the road from where we're camped, hiked over here to 40-acre lake. We're going to give this a go and see if there are some fish who just absolutely demand that they go home with us. "2:57 in the afternoon, Friday, September 29. Bill's over there fishing off that point, that little island. So far, no joy here on 40-acre lake. Well, we made it back to camp from being over at 40-acre lake. Walked all the way around that. It was it'll give you some exercise if you're above 10,000. But here we're back at camp, and there's a couple of ducks kind of just having a conversation out there on Silver Lake. We are still on the Grand Mesa, but we're on a fairly coarse road here that has just turned us around. We couldn't proceed. It just got too narrow, too funky to accommodate the long wheelbase of Bill's truck. And as he said, we've still got to get home. So we didn't want to get
Probably
up.
going to go ahead and go into four-wheel low to go up that little incline.
Wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, that'll give me slower speed with more power.
So we were looking to kind of get a little more off the beaten path because it's a weekend, and some folks had started coming in up onto the Mesa for the weekend, and so we've gotten off into this that was fun, but a challenge in spots. I know we've drug skid plates and rock rails a couple times. So we're gonna get back out of here. We're gonna regroup and try a different course. See if we can find a different location to camp tonight. And man, is it beautiful up in here. There's some crazies on side-by-sides that we were just hoping to get away from. Watch this pine tree on the inside of the apex of that turn.
Roger.
I didn't make any skid plate contact on that rock that you're going to see. See that the aspen are losing their leaves. Sure is pretty watching them drop through the sunlight. We got skunked on Silver Lake and also on 40 Acre Lake. Just had one on, but only one between the two of us. And I'm thinking it wasn't because that one was hungry. I think he was just annoyed with me dragging a lure in front of his face over and over, so he hit, but he's a biggie. Had him long enough to get him up out of the water, and he looked at me and spit the lure right back at me. So there's a big hill as we leave this space. A big downhill run. It was a big uphill run getting in here. Will be a little slow and going to have to creep down it. A lot of rock. My Garmin watch just told me that I have achieved a goal of 10 flights of stairs.
Then we'll go back into four-wheel high once I get up here on the flat ground.
And of course, I haven't gone up 10 flights of stairs, but check back in when we get to that big hill. Okay, coming up to a fairly rocky descent. We were hoping that this hill would be the gatekeeper from weekend traffic while we were fishing these high lakes, but got turned around. So back down we go. This can heat up the brakes of a rig. Just riding them pretty much the whole time. Pretty view, huh? Yeah. Alright, I'm down.
And I'm behind you a little bit.
Looking at the tracks in this dirt, we're suspecting that there's a rig with a trailer up in here. At least that's what we think. It could be two vehicles, but I think it's a rig with a trailer.
That's just gorgeous right in front of us.
I have the GoPro running to catch this.
Good.
Big Meadows Reservoir is going to be up here on our right. It doesn't look like there may be access at the far end of it. That may be where this rig is.
All right.
Currently at 9,600 feet even. Believe it or not, that reservoir is off to our right.
Doesn't look like a reservoir there.
Not seeing a bunch of, I haven't got it zoomed in enough to read contour lines well, but see we're going up, so along to the far side of it, that's where the road gets closest to the reservoir.
Yeah, I can either park here, so to shelter the fire a little bit, or over there.
Your call, brother.
I'm thinking shelter in the fire from the wind.
That may turn out to be a good plan if this, I don't know if this weather is going to continue to push in here.
Yeah.
Well, we have gotten quite fortunate again. We have found an excellent campsite on top of a hill in an aspen grove. Aspens are losing their leaves fast at this point, but amazingly beautiful location right down at the bottom of the hill to the right here is a reservoir that we're going to fish. You can kind of see it peeking through a little bit right through there. In fact, I'll walk you over there. It's a pretty amazing view. And then there's a big open space in the opposite direction behind us here that we're hoping to be able to see some big game over in there later in the day. Somebody fishing the reservoir down here they were in here when we got here. The wind is pretty big up here today. Some weather systems trying to push in. Tomorrow and Monday look pretty wet. We haven't completely dialed in our plan in respect to that yet. Beautiful, eh? Show you the long view, the other side of camp over here. Lucky again. Now we're getting breakfast going. October 1. The sun's just starting to peek up over the edge for us. It was real windy last night, gusty. It's a beautiful morning. A lot of these trees lost leaves last night. By this time next week, a good number of these aspens will be naked just like these are above us.
Hand warming device.
Yeah.
Dual purpose. We're going to cook up some French toast and pancakes.
And warm hands. Right. Need to be checking the sausage here. The adventure continues. Well, we have a bit of grapple going here, or sleet, or I'm going to call it grapple. And it's we just got off Big Meadows, finished up, what fishing we were doing this morning. Today is Sunday, October the 1st. It's 10:56, and we have a cold air mass that's moving in over the next few days here on up on the Mesa, and we're headed toward Rifle this morning, and we're beginning our trip home today. And we're not exactly sure how that's going to shape up. We're going to try to miss Denver on the north side and just pick our way back across, and we'd like to get in some more fishing here in Colorado, but not sure we're going to be able to with the incoming weather today and tomorrow. It's going to be pretty wet, and then after that system comes through, the highs are going to be in the 40s and the lower is going to be in the 20s, so our timing may be pretty good to be ending our trip over in this space. It's overcast today. Been dripping and drizzling and grappling. Cows in road.